say a homeowner listens to this and
Mm-hmm.
we go through the symptoms and they think, okay, it's probably my thermal fuse,
Mm-hmm.
the main one that you're speaking about. Which of these things are good to replace for, your average DIY homeowner that's good with maybe a multimeter at best,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
which is best left to professional, and the general costs for these, because I know that some parts, by the time you call someone out and you've got the labor costs and things, you may as well be looking at a whole new model if it is if your dryer is quite old.
To touch on the point of cost of having someone actually come out and repair, prices really vary depending on if you're going through like a local repair company, which can sometimes, well, most of the time it's more inexpensive, but there may not be some of the quality of work or guarantees that a larger company could offer, like Sears Home Service, which is now A&E Factory Service, which I think now is Transformco. They are a nationwide repair service, so you have a guarantee if anything bad in your home happens, you're going to be covered. It's a large company with insurance and everything, but also the average price of their labor is anywhere from $180 to nearly $300 to do almost anything. So if you have a lower end dryer, again, one with a mechanical timer, an inexpensive GE hot point, a Mana dryer where you're looking at $400 for a new one. If you don't feel that you can fix it yourself, especially if it's a few years old, it may be best just to go with another inexpensive model. So as far as the ease of repair, any dryer that has a lint trap that you take off from the top. So sometimes, it could be a timer dryer, an electronic control dryer. If the lint trap comes up from the very top of the machine, where you don't have to open the door to get it, it means that your heating element and all of your fuses are on the back of the dryer. Those repairs are super simple. Make sure you unplug it, but it's only about 8 screws that are 1/4-inch screws. The back comes off. Everything's accessible. All the heating elements, all the fuses. 100% of the time, I would recommend trying a repair. The type of heating elements on those dryers range anywhere from $20 to $50. And if you get the element and all the fuses, you're looking at maybe $60 in parts. Super easy to change. Would definitely recommend that if the unit is not heating for sure. As far as repairs, when you start to get into units where you've got to open the door to get to the lint trap, all of those dryers, it doesn't matter what brand, essentially come apart through the front. If you've made the mistake of taking the screws off the back and you probably heard a big thump and it looked like everything shifted, you're definitely going to want to call a repair person, because they've got to take apart the entire dryer and kind of like reset the frame. It's kind of a big pain. But if you haven't taken the ones out the back yet, most models, you can go on YouTube and search that model and search how to take it apart or replace a part. All of them come apart the same way. So if you find a model of, say, an LG dryer on YouTube and how to change something, and it looks even remotely close to yours, the way that you take it apart is going to be the same. So that's very convenient. Most of the time, we're only talking 8 to 14 screws and a couple of clips, and you could pretty much gut the dryer. So definitely recommend watching a YouTube video if it looks like something you're comfortable with. Would definitely recommend trying it. It's really not that difficult, and it could definitely save you a lot of money.